We're talking to Philippine Sports Commission Chairman Patrick Pato Gregorio. Good afternoon, sir. Welcome to Storycon.
Sir, I think you're on mute.
Magandang hapon po at thank you for inviting me, Storycon.
Thank you for accepting on such short notice.
Magandang hapon po.
I mean, we covered your press conference yesterday, sir. So we have a good idea of what the PSC is doing. I should say, sorry, PSC is doing. But at this point, I first want to find out from you if you've spoken to anybody from Ateneo at all, and have you gotten any more clarity on what unfolded that tragic day?
As of 4 p.m. today, wala pa po. Nagkita-kita lang kami kahapon with I saw the Ateneo team with some Ateneo officials during the wake in Arlington. Pero kamayan lang ho, wala talagang pinag-usapan. Kamayan lang, courtesy handshake lang ho with some members of the Ateneo team.
Is that typical, sir? Or would you have expected something more immediate and something more urgent? Kahit pa paano, an initial report man lang.
That is not typical. We know each other. We've known each other for so long. But maybe they just don't want to talk about it yet. So I will respect that. But matagal na po itong kasong to, matagal na po itong problemang to. Buong bayan galit na. Buong bayan nagdadalamhati. Parang ang hirap kong tanggapin na hanggang ngayon wala silang sinasabi. Narinig ko sa news just a few minutes ago that they have decided to put Tab Baldwin and Epoch Quimpo on official leave. I don't think that answers the question of millions of Filipinos. A leave, it's on leave. Ang tanong nga ho, nasaan kayo? Nasaan kayo? Magsalita kayo. Bakit on leave? Yan ho, hindi ko lang sariling pananaw yan. I'm just echoing the voices and the questions of millions of Filipinos. And naku, natatanggap ko yan sa mga text messages, natatanggap ko yan sa mga tanong sa akin na sa akin Chairman, maraming salamat at tinanong mo yan. Dahil yan ang tinatanong ng milyon-milyong Pilipino. And bilang chairman ho ng PSC, karapatan po natin yan at trabaho po natin yan na itanong yan. But unfortunately, the news is that they've gone on leave. Does that answer the concern and the issue? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Pero Chairman, iba rin po yung iba rin po yung implikasyon ng putting them on leave versus putting them on suspension. Those are, I suppose, two different things, and they put across two different messages.
I agree. I am not a lawyer, pero tama ka. Ibang-iba yung linagay mo sa on leave at linagay mo on suspension. Ang sa aking simpleng pag-iisip, pag sinabi mo on leave, nagbakasyon pa.
Opo.
So, I'm sorry, meaning frustration is setting in. We are really not comfortable with everything that's happening.
But to be very clear, sir, have you actually asked for an audience with Ateneo officials, not just the coaching staff, but the officials themselves?
They've been issuing statements through SOCMED. We already informed them yesterday through the UAP that bukas po ang pinto namin sa panel, sa stakeholders panel para masimula namin ang pag-uusap. But let me be very clear, iba po ito sa pagsusuri at investigasyon na ginagawa ng PNP at ng CIDG. Ang sa amin po, nandun po kami sa proseso ng administratibo, nandun po kami sa pagprotekta ng atleta, at nandun po kami sa kalagayan ng pamilya ni Rene at ni Divini. Yan ho ang trabaho namin sa PSC. Malinaw po yan, athletes welfare. Pag hindi ho namin ginawa yan, ano ho yung kapakanan ano po yung kahihinatnan nito. So yes, it is getting to be so emotional and actually painful. And I really hope that we start convincing Ateneo and Tab Baldwin to show up.
Actually, that was also where I was going. This multi-stakeholder body that the PSC is forming to do a fact-finding mission, what can it realistically do, given that there are several other investigations going on? You've got the NBI, CIDG, you've got CHED, potentially as well other organizations that have jurisdiction over them looking into this. So what specifically do you think you guys can realistically do here?
Dalawa lang po ang grupo. Yung grupo na nasa criminal investigation, yan po ang PNP, CIDG. At yung grupo na nandun sa administrative at yung reforms. Kasama po namin ang CHED dyan. Hindi po
Okay.
kami niwalay ni CHED. Ang CHED, DepEd, Philippine Sports Commission, members ng UAAP, Samaang Basketball ng Pilipinas, iisa po kami ron sa panel na yon. So,
Okay.
liwanagin ko lang po yon. So, kami po, nandun po kami sa athletes welfare. Yung pagdurusa ng pamilya, yung nangyari sa atleta, sana hindi na maulit muli. Paano po natin patitibayin ang mga reforms tema to address this situation?
Sir, may binigit kayo kanina, just to paraphrase you, ang tagal ng problema ito. I'm not sure exactly what you're referring to. Are you referring to itong nangyaring ito sa dalawang basketball player? Or are you referring to the reports na matagal nang ganito yung sistema ng training by a particular team? Which one is it? Kasi my next question would depend on your answer to that.
Well, thank you for making that clarification. Ang ibig sabihin po, it is already Thursday.
Okay.
Nangyari po ito nung weekend pa.
Monday.
Apo.
Alam ko po na dapat nakiramay tayo, pero alam ko po na ang dapat meron na po talagang nangyayari by now.
Yes, sir.
And hindi po kasi natin masisimulan yan kung ang statement is let us give them privacy and they are on leave. That does not give us a good parang opportunity to really analyze what happened. Hindi naman po kami ang mag-iimbestiga nito kung may kasalanan sila o wala. Ang sinasabi lang po natin, pwede ba po para lang sa kapakanan ng atleta? Pwede ba po para sa kapakanan ng pamilya? Pwede lang po para sa maintindihan ng taong bayan na nandito ang Philippine Sports Commission at ang DepEd and the CHED para lang makatulong? Pwede ba pong malaman namin kung ano ang totoong nangyari? Yun lang po ang sa amin.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you for clearing that up, sir. Pero my question pa rin is this I'm sure you already seen all the previous interviews that have been coming out of other players of the Ateneo where they would describe
Boot camp training
as sometimes deadly. Now, from what I was understanding from the interviews, some of these go back as far back as 2016. So we were looking at more or less a decade. I don't know if it was consistent, pero matagal-tagal na rin po itong isyong ito. I'm wondering lang if anybody had gotten wind of it even before, and it just got swept under the rug, or if this was a completely new and surprising thing for officers of the PSC.
Well, officially, it is something new. Alam mo po, ang sistema, programa ng bawat eskwelahan at ng sports program, may kanya-kanya po yan. And ako po, wala po akong knowledge dun sa ginagawa nila o kung nagawa man nila, hindi ko po alam yan. Ang sa akin lang po is that mayroong ang reports, nakita natin yung reports, at mayroong mga previous statements na sinabi. And I think we need to seek clarification kung totoo ba po yung sinabi ng mga dating players. Yung nagpapalabo sa usapan kasi mayroon talagang na-establish na mga kwento. Dahil show ho yan mga podcasts po yan So bakit hindi pinapaliwanag yung sinabi ng mga players na yan, kung totoo ba yan o hindi. So, yun po ang isa sa mga gusto nating maunawaan. And let me clarify po, no? Ito po hindi po natin kalaban ang ano kung sino man. Ang gusto lang po natin is ma-address natin yung athletes welfare na sinasabi natin na isang bata na galing sa probinsya, ang laki ang pangarap, ganito ang nangyari, napakasakit, napakalungkot. Parang alam natin ho yun. It is the story of the mother who's grieving and the child who's inside the coffin. Di po ba tama lang na malaman na natin ano talaga yung nangyari?
Yeah.
Hindi po yung let us pay our respects and they are now on leave. I'm sorry.
Right.
Hindi ko yata humatipid yan.
So, Chair, for the record, you have never heard of the Baler trainings ng Ateneo?
I've never heard of the Baler trainings. I don't know their style when they train. Nakita ko rin lang po lahat ng mga nangyari dun sa mga podcast guestings, and it is now the best time. This is the best time to really understand. Totoo ba po ito? Ano ba po talaga ang ginagawa? Bakit po nangyari ito? Sana po naiwasan ito.
You keep saying that the leave of absence is not enough. What would you like to see at this point? I mean, of course, the investigation is still ongoing, but at the very least, what's acceptable to you, sir?
Where is Tab Baldwin? Where is Tab Baldwin? That is my question, and that is the question of 110 million Filipinos. Where is Tab Baldwin?
Sir, shouldn't Ateneo be answering that too?
I hope so. I really hope so.
Kasi that does seem to be the most immediate question right now.
Yan po sana. Yan rin po ang pakiusap namin talaga dito sa ahensya natin. At yan rin po ang hinihingi na sagot ng napakaraming Pilipino. Yan rin po ang maraming tanong mismo ng mga taga-Ateneo, ng mga kaibigan natin na nagsasabing bakit nga ba hindi masasagot yun?
Sir, let me take on the role of a devil's advocate here of some sort. How does one strike the balance? Kasi I'm not an athlete, so I really wouldn't know. But how does one strike the balance between, alam mo, yung making your athletes train in such a way that you push their limits to the extreme, so that they come out on top in the end, versus irresponsible training. I ask that kasi on one hand, you never know. Baka mamaya some people or some groups would say na
There
it's
are other-
actually a point of pride that they went through difficult, brutal training, and sometimes it does become a point of pride, especially for groups that see themselves as elite. How do you strike that balance between that and being careful with the training?
That is a very good question, Ed, no? But really very difficult to answer kasi diyan mo binibigyan ng kahalagahan yung coaching philosophy. Diyan mo binibigyan ng kahalagahan yung kung bakit ka marunong ka bang coach o magaling ka bang coach. But there's a thin line that separates that eh. Yung kung nalalagay na sa kapahamakan yung mga atleta. It's very difficult to comment on that. Whether it is good or bad, or it is successful or not successful, it is really very difficult to comment. We know that Ateneo has a successful basketball program. We know other universities have successful programs, and to each his own style. Ang sinasabi lang naman po talaga natin dito, at liwanagin ko lang naman ulit, our role in the Philippine Sports Commission, our role in government is to understand bakit po nangyari ito at pwede ba pong masagot natin yung tanong na tinatanong mismo ng nanay ni Rene na saan ang kapaliwanagan, na saan yung mga taong dapat kumausap sa akin para maunawaan ko kung ito ba totoong aksidente o something really bad happened because of an activity. Yun lang naman po yun. Ito po'y panawagan, hindi po ito pagsisisi o pagdududa. Panawagan po, meaning there is a culture. This is the culture of the Filipino people. Yung pakikiramay, bakit po wala? Bakit po wala? Yung pinaka-leader, bakit wala? Yun lang ang sinasabi ko. And I just have to say it because athletes welfare ang pinaninindigan natin dito.
We understand from the police that the head coach is in a state of shock, but not much more details from that. We're still trying to get more details as well. But in short, the PSC does not have any frameworks or guidelines in place as far as the training for the student athletes are concerned. Every school basically gets a free rein to design their own training system.
Yes, kasi po galing yan sa mga elementary, may paliga na yan. Meron na pong high school tournaments, meron na aakyat na po yan sa palarong pambansa, aakyat na po yan sa collegiate level, and may kanya-kanyang training programs po yan. Pero pagdating po sa mga atleta, lalo na si Rene na nakapagsuot na ng national team uniform, nung na-represent niya yung Asian, during the Asian High School Games last year, athletes welfare na po yan. So, ang athletes welfare po means we have to take care not just of the athlete, but of the family. We have to take care of his future. We have to take care of his dreams. Yan po ang pinag-uusapan natin ngayon.
At this point, let me just acknowledge the appearance of our resident political pundit. Ronald Llamas is also here on the show, sir. We're talking to Philippine Sports Commission Chair, Pato Gregorio.
Magandang hapon po. May nabanggit po si Coach Yeng Giao na dapat yung mga ganyan training, lalo na sa tubig, dapat sa isang controlled area, like a swimming pool. Wala bang ganun mga rules, common rules ang mga sports groups, mga eskwelahan tungkol dito?
Yeah, magandang hapon, Sir Ronald.
Yes.
Tama po, na-monitor ko rin yung statement ni Coach Yeng at naniniwala po ako ron sa kanyang reaksyon. Pero sa totoo lang po, wala po talagang guidelines pagdating sa ganyan. Kasi po, sabi ko nga, the program, pagalingan po ng programa yan, pagandahan po ng philosophy sa coaching yan. Ngayon po na nangyari ito, this is really a very sad incident. And I believe that what Coach Yeng Giao saying is correct, na dapat contained yung environment and dapat na-define yung limits ng training program.
Sir, is it not really within the jurisdiction of the UAAP to sanction the team? I'm not talking about the player, the coach, the coaching staff, but the team itself. I mean, again, we monitored your press conference yesterday, and we know you said, well, there's nobody to suspend because the season hasn't started, but
I did not say that, ma'am.
safety, yeah.
I did not say that.
Sorry, it was, I think it was it Rebo who said that? But in any case,
Yes.
yung safety of is it not within the jurisdiction of UAAP to sanction the team at this point? Because player safety, athlete safety is of course a big part of your mandate.
Let me refresh the memory of people. Not just as a chairman of PSC, but as a basketball fan. The height of COVID, nagkasala po ang UST and UAAP made the decision to ban Coach Aldin, the coach of UST. They made that decision. So ako po, naniniwala po ako na patungo rin po ang UAAP sa ganyang pagsusuri.
So it's still a possibility.
Opo.
And lastly, from me, sir, there was a little bit of criticism over the financial aid that was extended to the families of the victims. If I remember correctly, it was to the tune of 250,000. Is that correct?
Well, thank you for asking that question. Yan po, athletes welfare. Every time po nung nagka-earthquake po sa Cebu, nung natabunan yung referees sa Cebu, nagbigay po ng tulong ang PSC dyan. yung bata po na nagkaproblema nung palarong pambansa na namatay, nagbigay po ng tulong ang PSC diyan. Why do we have to criticize something that is part of our obligation as the Philippine Sports Commission? Sana po maintindihan ng mga kababayan natin 'yan. Yan po ang aming trabaho. Pag yung tulong po na yan, galing po yan sa tamang proseso, tamang patakaran. So, galing po yan sa puso namin. So, sana po wag na nilang pulaan yung tulong dahil kailangan talaga ng tulong ng pamilya. Nung yan po ay pinaabot ko sa nanay ni Rene, nagpasalamat po siya. Nagpasalamat po siya na sa tulong po ninyo. Yun lang naman po. So sana po sa pagkakataong to, and thank you very much na natanggap nila because ito pong mga to, pag tumulong po ang Philippine Sports Commission at ang gobyerno, wala naman nung strings attached dyan. Wala naman po kaming kinakailangang kasunduan sa ganyan. So, but thank you very much. I like that question because as a person, it feels very bad that as a leader, Philippine sports leader, the main support we have to give to our athletes nabibigyan pa ng masamang anggulo.
So that's part of the standard package na of aid that you guys hand out every time there's a crisis. I guess some people were asking, why not more? Yun lang yun, sir.
Sa akin, ma'am, maraming tutulong dyan. Marami pong tutulong dyan, sigurado ako. Ngayon, welcome po lahat ng tulong na bibigay natin sa pamilya. Ang sa amin po, yan po ang kaya namin sa Philippine Sports Commission. Hindi naman po ahensya ang Philippine Sports Commission. Kaya pong, marami pong tutulong dyan, sure po ako. And kami, talagang buong puso po yan. So sana po, wag na pong pulaan. Sa totoo lang po, if there is no support, they question. If there is support, they question. Yun nga po, sana po tanggapin po nila yan. Kasi mismo ang pamilya po, nagpasalamat na po sa amin sa talagang pinagkaloob natin na talagang tulong, taus-pusong tulong po mula sa Philippine Sports Commission at sa gobyerno po.
Sir,
Sa abot ng aming makakaya.
Fair point. That's a very fair point.
Sir, yesterday as well, but I'm not sure if this came from you or from some of the other members of the panel. The training that the Ateneo students were going through was described as not typical, or something along that line. Not typical of the training regimen of the usual basketball players. I'm not sure exactly how that goes, and I'm not also sure exactly how much control or how much standardization there is when it comes to the training regimen. Kasi also yesterday there was some talk from the panel of the need to, draft better rules or clearer rules that would govern how the training could go to protect the players. Pero nga how far can you go as far as putting in protections for players and at the same time, pushing the envelope of their physical limits without going into something that could harm them?
Related din doon yung tanong ko po kanina. Ano yung parameters? No? Halimbawa, kung ikukumpara nyo yan sa ibang mga sports teams, may parameters ba yan na hindi naman yan Navy SEAL training? No? It's a basketball game, a college basketball game. So, dapat merong parameters. These are young kids. Diba? Hindi sila Special Operations Group ng US Navy. So, ano yung parameters na yan? Na pag sumobra, lumampas, pwedeng tapikin naman sila ng mga katulad nyo na Sports Commission.
And also, how far can you go in imposing such limits or such parameters?
Ang key point po rito, yung word na standardization. No? Yung standardization, mahirap po talaga yan because kanya-kanya nga ang filosofiya yan sa training and sa coaching. Kanya-kanya po. Yung pagkasabi ko po, nung tinanong po ako, ito ba standard? Ang sinabi ko, hindi po standard yan. Yan po ay ang basihan ko po dyan at yung statement ko na yan, pinanggalingan po yan sa more than 20 years ko sa Philippine sports at Philippine basketball. Yan po ay sa exposure ko sa Philippine national team. Yan po ay exposure ko sa professional team sa PBA. Yan po ay exposure ko sa university teams. Yan po exposure natin sa mga high school teams. Yun po ang ibig sabihin ng hindi standard. Usually the training of basketball should happen inside the basketball court. Kung ano po yung standard na wala doon, kaya ko po nasabi na hindi sa tinagal-tagal ko po sa Philippine basketball, hindi ko po talaga alam kung may ibang team na gumagawa niyan.
Okay.
Sir, pahabol na lang. One more, sir. Kasi I understand that yung nangyari dun sa Aurora was not actually training per se, but team building. Now, I don't know if there's any significant difference between the two when it comes to basketball activities.
Is it?
Pero may ano ba? May paghihimay ba yun? And if it is a team building and not a training camp mismo, would that make a difference in how you look at this? Look at what happened?
Well, team building is an integral component of building a basketball team or a football team. Kasama po talaga yan sa program. Pero marami pong pwedeng aktibidades diyan, marami pong approaches diyan. Kung minsan nga ho, it can be as simple as a resource speaker and a motivator. Kaya yung nangyari po sa Aurora, hindi po yan, palagi ko hindi po talaga lang standard yan, but it is a practice and a philosophy as far as they are concerned.
Okay. We'll leave that there. We understand you have another commitment, but just coming back to the slight correction we had earlier, it was UAP Executive Director Attorney Rebo Sagisag who said nga that any disciplinary or preventive measures remain at the discretion of the school, which is Ateneo in this case. But we'll leave that there. Thanks so much for talking to us today. That was Philippine Sports Commission Chairman Patrick Pato Gregorio. Salamat, sir.
Thank you,
Salamat
sir.
po.
Salamat po.